Welcome back, everybody, to the Decoding Podcast. Today we have episode 3 lined up for y'all, and we got two special guests who, honestly, you wouldn't have expected to see along with each other. But we have NKS and Logic for a
Yes,
late
sir.
night recording.
What do you mean? Me and Logic, of course, have
We go way back.
We go way back to we were both second place on Delta Dave Minecraft Survivor.
Oh, true. That's true. We were both co-runner-ups. We got a brother-like bond from that.
That was the most fucking bullshit loss I've ever experienced. I am still mad about that.
So, I knew going into that final 3 I was screwed. I thought you were gonna win though. 'Cause I told you that earlier in the season. I was talking to Derpy and I was like, yeah, I hope NKS doesn't win like me or you should win. But then I told you after the season, like, that was complete bullshit. You definitely should have won.
They didn't vote me because I played too good of a game.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't know.
That was so this is in reference, Jeff, to the guy that got me into the community was a guy called Delta Dave, and I played Mind Z with him before in the hardcore community. He's like the nicest motherfucker on planet Earth. He's like the best human being possible. And then he hosted Minecraft Big Brother that I played. It's on YouTube. Look up Delta Dave Big Brother. It's crazy. It's like insane. That was like 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. And it's basically a complete ripoff of Llamas. And then I was like, hey, where'd you get this idea from? He's like, oh, I basically stole it from this guy. And he linked me Andrew's channel. And I watched all his seasons. I'm like, these guys are fucking children. I'm going to do this. And then I joined the community through Llamas server and then through a couple other servers.
So you decided you wanted to bully children.
Yeah. So I already did that beforehand, but I wanted to do more. And but Dave still wanted to do game shows, and one day he did a Survivor, and I was like, sure, of course I'll play. And then so long story short, me and Logic both played in it, but to wrap up the events this season, I find 2 idols right off the back because the clue for the idol was literally the coordinates, and one of my allies was like, we have to go to the other. There was a twist where we had to go to the other guy's base and fuck them up. And one of my allies was like, so I found a clue to the idol, and we need to find it. He just
like bookcase or something.
Bookcase,
yeah,
yeah.
Something like that.
He gave me the fucking coordinates to the idol. I go grab the idol. I was like, oh shit, this is Y level 44. You know what? I'm gonna go back to our base and just dig around at Y level 44. I dig for like 10 minutes and eventually find it, and I'm just like,
damn.
People are gonna think I fucking cheated to find this, but no, like. It's
you're being smart about it.
It was one of those things where, like, I have it recorded, so I can prove that I didn't. Thank God, because like if I saw someone do that in a season that I hosted, I would be super fucking sus.
Okay, so if you cheated, this community would go downhill.
I know how to cheat and never get away with it. I mean, I know how to cheat and always get away with it, but I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna reveal how to do that because I know motherfuckers will do it. But so yeah, that game went by. It was Edge of Extinction, so there were 14. So there were 12 people, but there were like 11 vote offs. A couple of the events happened. I wasted an idol at merge. I gave an idol away to that bookcase guy so he could use it, and that was pretty good. I somehow convinced Derpy to fucking give immunity to me and then vote himself off.
That was the dumbest shit ever.
I was like, here's the thing, Derpy. I'm just gonna win my way back through Edge of Extinction. There's no point in voting me off. I'm just gonna be mad at you. And he's like, I agree. I give individual immunity to NKS. Everybody vote me off. I'm like, this guy's a fucking dumbass. He does actually manage to win his way back. Not after I find literally, like, you know how it's cliche to find like an idol at the last minute?
Yeah.
I did. Like, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting voted off. I'm gonna find an idol. I dug down. It was literally in an obsidian cube. It was the easiest shit ever. And I just had to spend like 2 minutes digging through this obsidian. Then I found the idol. I'm like, this is glorious. And I think I idled out Civ, who's a guy I met in the hardcore community, and I think he plays game shows. And then I won. And then after that was when Derpy threw. And then I won immunity. But then the final 5, I managed to pull that shit again, where I was like, guys, you can't vote me off. I'm just gonna win my way back through Edge of Extinction, and I land myself in the middle position between. It was Logic. I think you were with Brandon.
Derpy. Oh wait, was that? I don't
I don't
actually
think
remember.
it was Jervy.
So
I don't think it was Jervy. I think it was Brandon.
I said Derpy, but
oh, Derpy. No, Derpy was out at that point. You
oh,
landed
he
yourself
was.
with-
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You were with Brandon, and then Seed was with Pretzel, and I somehow managed.
Oh yeah.
I managed to find myself in the swing position to where I vote Brandon off. Derpy comes back in the game, and I win the next two immunities to vote off Pretzel and Seed. And then I'm like sitting. I was big chilling at FTC. Like I was answering well. I was good. I was like, I have this game on lock. And then apparently there was like a last minute Edge of Extinction pact to guarantee that whoever came back would win. And then they all voted for Derpy. It was a 5-2 to 2, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because I tied with Logic, who did nothing, and 2 I lost to Derpy. I lost.
That may be true, but I don't want to hear you say it.
And 2 I lost to Derpy, who fucking voted himself off.
Yeah, no, I can't even like rebuke you or rebuttal or whatever. You saying I did nothing, cause hearing you talk about everything, this like now I know how fucking clueless I was during the season.
It was a weird season because half the people had never played Survivor.
You know, it was a really weird season, especially the start, because I was allied with what was his name, like Jack or something.
It was Jack.
You know, me and Jack were like pretty tight, like we were chilling. And then he just walked, and that sucked. But yeah, no, I played super safe pretty much the whole entire time. I didn't try to make any moves, and I thought that was good gameplay. And I guess it moved to the final 3, so I did something right.
Yeah, fuck you got second place.
Yeah, no, during my final speech was just like, guys, like I literally was really good at this game. Like I was never a target.
Hey guys, I'm actually like really good at Minecraft Survivor. My name is Nerd J, so I'm actually like really good. All you guys actually fucking suck. My name is Nerd.
Sorry. But yeah, my whole joy speech was how I was never a target, and then as the like final thing went on, I realized more and more like how little I did. And I mean, I was there for the game. Like I voted people. Like I was a part, but I wasn't as big as a part as I thought I was. Because like I remember when we originally like went over to the other camp, I actually found the coarse dirt and I dug into it and I found an idol, and that was my fake idol. That whole entire thing, I thought it was a real one. But then even though I don't agree with what Dave did, even though I understand why he did it, but it kind of confused it, like it kind of screwed me over because I found it, but he also said we were not allowed to. At one point, I know for a fact he said we weren't allowed to like break their stuff. So then even though I did break their stuff and found it, I messaged him like, yeah, I quote unquote accidentally broke it and I found this. Am I allowed to keep it? And he was like, yeah, you're allowed to keep it. And then I was really suspicious because he told us we're not allowed to break anything. So like, I guess I didn't know for a fact it was an idol.
It was weird.
I was hoping it was an idol. I went throughout the whole game hoping it was an idol. But ever since that first moment of him saying like, yeah, that's what,
was
like,
that the diamond or was that the emerald block?
Diamond.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I found that, and then I don't know, it just like it was confusing what he did because he said we couldn't get their stuff, but then when I did get one of their stuff, he's like, yeah, sure, all right. So that made me suspicious.
He didn't really know quite what he was doing with hosting, but he was like, he's such a good fucking dude that he made it all.
Yeah, he's nice.
I love Dave.
I think it's funny because like the day before or something around then, I was streaming on Twitch. Like, I don't remember what I was playing, but randomly I look in chat and it's Delta Dave. And he's like, yo, what's up, bro? And then he just like talked in chat for a second, like reminding me that the season was soon or something like that. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all I remember.
Honestly, Logic, ever since that game, I have noticed you being much better. Because at that point, I was like, you were like the one person that I definitely. Even though I sent you into fire making, you were.
I went to fire making. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because I saved Derpy so I wouldn't fucking lose Seed's jury vote. But then Seed was a bitter piece of shit, anyways, so I lost her vote.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that now. Yeah, I remember when I got sent in. I was so nervous because that was like I don't even remember.
You would have lost, but the fire making was so weird that Seed didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, no, I was so well. The fire making was like what we had to make something,
We had to
and
make a campfire.
and neither of us knew how to make. I don't know if she knew how to make it. I know I didn't, so I had to quickly look it up, and then she was super
Mm-hmm.
confused because I think she thought we had to use planks, but since I looked at it quickly, I knew we had to use like logs or something like that. It
Yeah.
was something around like
It
that.
was a it
So
was a
then
weird
I
thing.
won, and I was excited, but then I went to the final three and only got two
Mm-hmm.
votes, and that was from the first two boots.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. So Jeff. So when you lose in a final three or final two scenario, what is the main reason you think you lose? Like just not you specifically, but people in general. What is the main reason why people lose?
To put it quite honestly, even though this is my show and everything, we spent 10 minutes. I didn't even get to finish introducing you guys, and you went all of that stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. The main reason, at least for me, why people lose at FTC is that they just didn't play a good enough game. Because you get to the end,
Exactly.
at least one person is a goat. Except for when I'm around, I try to keep the interesting people in the game.
Yeah. Do you know what the reason people gave to me to why they didn't vote me?
Oh, this is funny.
Because you're annoying.
No, because I played too good.
Yeah, no, and I genuinely vouch for that. That like those exact words were said.
It was there's a guy
During-
called Zetas. He was
Yeah,
like,
no,
yeah,
was
NKS.
it during his speech or whatever?
No, it was afterwards. Because I that was okay. I have never been truly blindsided, like in a Survivor. Like I've always like, even though like I haven't expected certain vote outcomes. Like I've never been truly like, I had no
Shocked.
fucking clue that was happening. That was the one vote. That was the one vote I just was so perplexed by. And then Zetas just goes, yeah, NKS, here's the thing. You played too good. Like, you didn't give us even a fucking shot. And I'm like, what?
Okay.
So my
Sounds like a
options
you
were to
issue.
play worse. Yeah, my options were to play worse. What the fuck?
You know that whole season was an anomaly. And I remember, I still remember. It was pretty funny thinking about it. At the final four, when you won immunity, my heart genuinely like sank. Like I was so distraught that you won immunity because I was like, this
Mhm.
guy's gonna win. Like I have no chance. Because at that time I was still like, yeah, I'm playing an alright game, and I
Yeah.
was just so sad that you won. Then going into the final three, I was like, I know for a fact I'm screwed. Like he's gonna win this whole thing, and then I see the votes, and Derby gets 5, I get 2, you get 2. I was shocked. Like I genuinely, I don't know if like it was audible, but I like gasped. Like I opened my
I-
mouth super wide. I was
I couldn't
shocked.
tell you, dude. I blanked out at that moment because I was just like, I've never really been truly like completely upset at getting voted off. I've been upset at certain circumstances and certain players because there's some moments where it's just
Doesn't make sense.
completely asinine. Like not even doesn't make sense. It makes anti-sense.
Yeah.
Like you actively threw. That's when I'm upset about. But the not just misplays, because people misplay all the time, but when you do so bad it completely tanks your game, that's what makes me upset. I wasn't upset when I lost because like I like Derpy. Like if
Yeah, I like that.
I'd be much happier with Derpy winning than Seed, who didn't do anything and somehow got credit for things Derpy did. I would have Derpy and Pretzel. I would have kind of been upset if Seed beat me. I wasn't too bad about Derpy. I was just like complete, like do not compute.
Shout out to
Because-
these random people nobody know about.
People know Derpy. What the fuck? You're just new enough so you don't know Derpy. Derpy fucking. Do you know Tien?
No.
Oh,
Do you know Tien?
Yeah.
No.
Tien played in Cast Season 2. They're cousins.
Who?
cousins? I heard they were brothers the whole time.
Dude,
I'm
no
pretty
offense-
sure
no
they're
offense to
I'm
Cap.
pretty sure they're cousins.
Well, they're one of them.
No offense to Cap, I have not seen a single episode of a Survivor series.
Have you even seen anything that you're not in?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, haven't you even
I've-
seen Oxies? What the fuck?
You-
No.
Well, usually I do that. If I'm not in something, usually I don't watch it unless it's Andrew Yellow's. I've watched like a bunch of Andrew Yellow before.
Unless it's like a really good season and then like I have somebody that I would want to root for. Because like, no offense, if there's a season with Pepit in it, we all know Pepit's gonna get far.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
pretty
can
fair.
wait
Except
to
when
go
he gets
wait.
voted out final 8 by Kagion.
Yeah, like it does. Like Final Eight's still far.
Fair enough.
Found late in 16 player
Dude, it's
season,
far
I
enough
guess.
than
Top half.
somebody like Chillin' Cool, whatever. See,
Still, look, I'm still convinced that Chilco's not a real person. Ain't no way.
Here's the
Actually,
thing.
ain't no way.
Here's the thing. Me and Chill and Cool have an unspoken rivalry between who is the biggest Minecraft Survivor connoisseur. Because here's the thing. You always see Chill and Cool know everything about any fucking recorded Survivor. It's insane. He's like, oh yeah, this season 4, episode 3 of Oxies came out on January 23rd, 2019.
The exact millisecond.
Like, what the fuck? How do you know this? However,
what?
I have seen a lot of fucking Minecraft Survivor because I just as of recording this, I fucking just got back a week ago from like a 4-week long boat trip, and when you're on a boat and you only have a phone and really sketchy internet connection for a hotspot, you have to sort of make do. You have to download shit beforehand.
Oh,
like
without a doubt, yeah.
144p quality usually because the internet's bad,
Yeah.
and you have to like get shit in advance. And I watched, let's see what I watched. I watched LMP season 1 and 2. Season 1 was only bearable because of JJ because he was fucking hilarious.
Like,
Well, LMP season 2 is good. I watched Cavs season 1, which you'd expect to be worse, but like Cavs editing
on
was
Bedrock?
still like it was on Bedrock, but the editing was still like fine. It wasn't like because you watch Oxy season 1, it's fucking atrocious. You see Kyle season 1 and 2, and it makes you want to puke. But
Yeah.
Cavs season 1 was pretty good. Watch Cavs season 2, that was pretty good. Watch the season 3, that was pretty good. Except watching Don Cheadle lose was pretty funny.
Dude,
What
watching
else?
Don Cheadle lose is always funny.
It was very funny.
Well, wait, hold up. Does Chillin' Cool even have a win?
I don't think so. I
Dude.
heard
You can't be a
He's-
connoisseur if you can't win.
He's still tied with Brian, dude. Like, come on.
Who's Ryan,
Ryan.
the annoying kid?
8 Ryan. He was in Kyle's.
Are we
Like
talking about, like the
season
Brian
8, I
Uwu
think?
kid?
No, I'm fucking making no Brian. Fucking 8 Ryan.
Yeah,
doesn't have a
on
win.
Discord, his name is Brian. On Minecraft, his name is 8 Ryan. He's in a couple of things.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure you know Brian.
You definitely seen him. Maybe you don't remember him, but you've definitely seen him before.
I might. I don't know. It's for me, the only people who I keep my eye on are people who are good at the game, and number 2, don't goat, because my biggest thing is don't goat. Like literally, I've been telling Duckweed, please get better, dude, and then maybe you will get a vote at FTC. Like,
Please
get
seriously,
better.
like, dude, he always gets to FTC
Please get better.
because he's just someone you can bring along as an extra vote the whole time,
Yeah,
and then doesn't get
yeah.
a vote. Like, no offense to the people who waste their time and waste 8 hours of their lives just to not even try to win, because you need to make a move. You need to do something yourself. You need to take
That's
the
the
ball
kind
out
of
your
shit.
hand.
That's the kind of shit that I
and
just
grab it.
never.
I don't know if
understood.
it was you I heard it from, but I heard from someone that like Duckweed was like the GOAT of Tunic Survivors.
Oh yes, he is the GOAT of Tunic Survivors without a doubt, and that's not in a good way.
Dude.
That's in a terrible way.
I tried playing a Tunic Survivor on fucking Mind Chat, and I got muted and
Well-
kicked from the server about 3 times.
No offense to Tunic with this too. He doesn't really take time to prepare his seasons at all. Just rushes them out. There's a way that works and a way that doesn't. But then if you have someone play every single season like Jiv, what's the point?
Oh, that's unbearable.
like,
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why, and stuff that I try to host. Like I haven't even hosted in like a month or so, because I'm trying to make All Stars the best thing possible, and not have repeats people. Like there's reasons why I've even had to turn down Yuri from seasons too. Like good players, just because I'm like, you've played twice. No.
The best when Vision hosted like extremely frequently, like every other week or every week, Vision was by far the best like frequent host because he would get like 30 people in his waiting room.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what you want, like you need to have like good challenges. Don't repeat those challenges, because like I'm playing these challenges, I'm playing these strikeouts. I won my first ever challenge like 2-3 weeks ago on the Explorer Sam server, whatever, when I haven't even seen any of the challenges and didn't take notes at all. and
You
I
say
won it.
Exploro Sam?
Yeah, Explore. I don't know how to say it.
Explo.
Explo. Sure, whatever. I won his challenge by literally not seeing any of the challenges, and then everybody else already knew what they were, and it was hilarious because I just beat their ass.
He repeats. When he hosted a lot of his strikeouts, he always
Dude,
repeats.
I just like literally like co-hosted one of his challenges, and one of my friends from the MUMBLE community, you probably know him. This is Hab, NKS.
Yeah, I know Hab very well.
Hab and a few of his friends did it, and they're like, "What the fuck is this? This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my fucking life."
Well, the thing is, Mumble Survivor challenges are a lot different because they have like a lot more grandiose challenges. Like whenever I play any Mumble shit, it's like, okay, here we have this escape room
to the like maximum.
Here's the thing, they have so much effort, but such horrible designs for challenges. Like fucking. I think Aeonians are pretty good, but fucking whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm.
I played an Imperial season right before I left.
Oh, I might host an Aeonian season of Spongy, so.
Yeah, so I played an Imperial. I'm hosting an Imperial season soon.
Yeah, you know Spongy's logic.
Yeah.
Like so I was playing Imperial season. Half the fucking challenges. The first challenge was Risk.
Oh, are you talking about the Skyrim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to play that. I wasn't home though.
Okay, so yeah, long story short, what happened, the first challenge was like Risk. All it came down to was Red having to win 2-1v1, which he did.
Yeah.
So that was that challenge. And then there was like a hide and seek challenge where
dude, I love hide and seek challenges.
As long as you weren't completely dog shit, you would win because you basically had to steal shit and not get killed.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because Pat was like the last person alive for the opposite team. And then there's just this 3-minute clip on Pat's Twitch of him running away from like Spongy. I forget who else was down there attacking.
He outran Spongy?
No, 3 of them. It's insane. For like 5 minutes, he just avoids being killed. It's fucking hilarious. I'll find the clip. It's really funny.
That's crazy.
That challenge was dumb. A couple more challenges are dumb. There was one that was like Bleak Falls Barrow. If you've played Skyrim, it was like one of the earlier dungeons. Okay. And then, long story short, all you had to do was walk to the end, and then solve the word puzzle. And do you want to know what the word puzzle was?
Sex.
No, it was Bleak Falls Barrow.
Oh my god, that sounds.
And then that was that challenge. Then we get to the merge. A couple more challenges later. A lot of the challenges don't work because it's super fucking laggy.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
And then there's always like, there was one that was like you had to recreate the Skyrim theme using note blocks, and like
dude, anything with note blocks should just be banned.
I have not very good pitch, and so like
neither do note blocks.
The way is, I think Spongy won that challenge. Literally, Spongy only won it by spamming after he already got one right. He just went through all the possible combinations.
Note blocks are so stupid.
Eventually, I won a Final 5 challenge that was actually kind of neat. You had to go find Netherwart and brew as many different potions as possible within like 10 minutes. Yeah. That was actually pretty fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because that's like typical Minecraft stuff that you can do.
I beat Spongy by like 5 bottles and voted him off, and then I lost the Final 4 challenge to complete bullshit. It was like there was a retextured texture pack where they had 2 blocks that looked the exact same as Blackstone, but one of them would teleport back to the start.
That's literally what happened in the last Imperial season when I got 4th. Because it was a counting comp, and then all their counting was wrong.
Yeah, but I ended up losing because during the last 20 blocks,
Dude, I wanted the Final 4 in Imperial with a perfect game. Then went out
the sensitivity was so fucking precise that even if you weren't touching it, if you were just slightly above the block you were jumping over, and if it was a bad block, you would get TP'd.
Yeah.
And then I ended up losing to my goat, who I was fairly confident. No, it was Zach. And I was fairly confident he would send me to fire making, and then he's completely yeah, I'll send you fire making. We're good. And then he doesn't send me to fire making. They vote me off, and then the Zach sure enough goes the entire fucking FTC getting slammed.
As
and
he
then
should.
I know he some people were Merc was a complete fucking asshole to him. That's just Merc.
That's just who Merc is. Like, he doesn't like goats.
And then I got to my speech, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like as long as this is a valuable lesson to you, Zach, I'm happy with it. Just remember to always tip your delivery drivers. I delivered you to the end of this game. Tip me. And he's like, okay, will do. So that was a pretty fun game. But I like completely have so much respect for the like the amount of work people put into their Mumble seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they fucking knew how to build challenges.
Honestly, that's the same thing, not just for Mumble, but like unrecordeds, recordeds too. Because, no offense, there is only so many renditions of challenges you can do, and then people complain, "Oh, I've already seen this challenge before." Well, of course you're gonna see something similar to it because there's only so many things you can do in Minecraft over and over again.
I feel like we do a lot of good work with Oxies because in Oxies, we sort of like try not to have too much endurance because like usually it's either you have so much endurance it becomes like fucking whoever's gonna win one's gonna win them all, or it becomes like there's no endurance. But
Love it.
we usually have a good balance of endurance, parkour, mazes, puzzles, sort of like memory shit. That's what we do. What I don't like is like things that have nothing to do with Minecraft skill.
Like random luck stuff.
Not random luck stuff, but just things like, okay, imagine it was literally. There's this one thing that was in one recorder that I can't mention, but you know of it, Jeff, where it was just a flow puzzle and a word puzzle. And I mean, I won it, but like fucking, that was not any Minecraft skill whatsoever. It was literally just because I know how to do flow puzzles because I fucking practiced like.
Oh, I know too. Oh,
an extreme amount.
God, dude, we don't even know who won that. Still, it's a pain in the butt.
I don't know. I don't want to say anything about it.
Admittedly, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to mention anything about it. But I feel like a thing that is really weird about the Mumble community is that I feel like on average people there are better at the game.
Oh,
but like they don't have anybody that really excels at challenges. Because even Bobby's pretty good.
I love Bobby.
But like Bobby's only really good at like fucking this shit he's already good at. Like you could like give Bobby like fucking a PvP comp and I'm pretty sure no one would stand a chance against him.
Oh no.
Give him parkour though, and like he's good at parkour, but there's a lot of people that are a lot better.
It's the same thing with Spang.
Spang, I think, just in general, Spang and Kel both are pretty good, and Hab, but they're just like jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. You know, puzzles. Me and puzzles don't get along.
I think it's pretty funny the relationship I have with Mumble because I think I've played like 2 Mumble survivors. It's kind of sad. I walked from both.
Were they Acacias?
Well, one was Acacia, one was a guy named Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, I played. So I was playing in Tony's, right? It was just the start of the game. Not much was happening. My tribe wins first immunity. I'm hyped. Whatever. Mom comes in and just yoinks my HDMI cord. It literally just takes it.
Bye-bye.
So then I have to message Tony. I'm like, brother, sorry, but I just got my HDMI cord taken. Like I cannot come back.
Just play on VGA forehead.
And then I played in Acacias, and I had to walk like, I don't know, it wasn't exactly mid-season, but because my mic broke mid-season, just completely broke.
What?
Yeah, you kind of need that for Mumble.
My mic just completely broke mid-season, so then I also had to leave from that. But the funny part is like, I've not had good experiences in playing them, but I love watching them. Like a week ago-ish. I binged a Bobby the Turtle VOD, like the first
Aeonian like, 31, right?
I honestly have no idea.
He won that.
Oh no, then no.
So
He
it's
got
probably
I think
30.
like fifth. He got like fifth or sixth or seventh or
Yeah,
something
that
around
was
there.
30. Was that the one I played?
I don't think you were in there.
Because if I was in there, that was the.
Tribal was like in like a jungle temple, and they got teleported to like a cloud. If that
Yeah,
rings any
I don't
bells.
think I was in
Yeah, no,
that
you
one.
weren't there. I love Bobby the Turtle when he does his Mumble streams. So, but I missed it. So I went back and I watched like every second of it, and it was like in total probably like 13 hours or 12 hours, and I
Yeah.
watched all of it because I thought it was pretty interesting. I watched both day one and day two,
Well, no,
and I liked it a lot.
it's a really good thing to watch too because I, Bobby's an amazing player.
I love
That's
Bobby.
nobody can disregard that or rebuttal it.
The
or
thing
anything.
with Bobby is that like he's one of the rare cases where it is very hard to win the game of Survivor while being a complete fucking asshole.
It is.
But Bobby
Does
is
it.
like Bobby just does it. Like
Yep.
when I played with Bobby in fucking the one Aeonian season I played in, he might have said like 10 words the entire game to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try voting him off at like the second merge boot. Spongy flips on me and then gets like completely fucking ass blasted like 4 rounds later. And then him and Bobby both get voted off.
Yeah.
Like, but like people just like listen to Bobby. Like, I feel like that's a testament to strategic game. Because even though
Of
like
course, yeah.
I wish he was like slightly better socially. He did sort of I wouldn't say outmaneuver me because I was kind of fucked because of like the way that the tribes worked and the way I was relying on Spongy. But I'd say he definitely was in a strategic position that he could have taken me out, and he did, and he didn't get punished for it. So props off to him. And I feel like that's kind of an anomaly. I feel like he wouldn't do so well in Discords, but the fact that he's like that in Mumbles makes him like really different compared to everybody else, because a lot of the other people are like super social heavy. I said the only other person that like consistently does well while also like bombing their social game is like Merc and kind of Bizzle.
I like Mark too. I played I think I don't remember, and actually it might have been the Mumble that I walked because of my mic breaking occasion. I don't remember. I just know I played with him in one thing, and then I felt bad because he got swapped into a tribe full of pre-mades, and I wanted to work with him. So then he went home, and I messaged him, and I'm like, "Yo, sorry I didn't tell you about the pre-mades. Like I felt bad because I really wanted to work with them." He's like, "Oh, it's alright."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pre-mades
Yeah.
are their own thing. Like, there's been so many. I mean, if you've watched Happy's thing, where people talk about it, I know I talk about it
Yep.
because I am in his next episode from when we're filming this, whenever he puts it out. We talked about it a bit there. Like, pre-mades are its own thing, especially with Pepit. I mean, love you, Pepit. But you know, there's so many times where, you know, I could say I could be accused of it too, but like, obviously when you're gonna put like me and Pepin in a game together, everybody knows how it's gonna go.
That's
Except
not
for
what
the
it's
next-
like
Except for
for
the next
me.
time, like I haven't told him, but I said it in my episode in Happy's, where next time me and Pepin play together, I'm gonna get him out the first vote.
I don't think
Damn.
that's
It's gonna be
I don't
fun.
think that's like so much like for me. It used to be like that. Like me and Gara, like so
Yeah.
I got so Jeff, you wouldn't know this, but Gara used to be he's a man of many names. When I first
Yeah.
joined the community, he was called Established.
He's also
But then
an asshole.
for a while, Gara isn't. I'm gonna get to that. So he was called Coach for a while, and I
Yeah,
got
I
a
know him mostly as
reputation.
coach.
When I joined the community, Logic knows what was my nickname.
Um,
You should know. Most people know.
like NKS. I don't
No,
remember.
it was Coach Light.
Coach what?
Coach Light.
I actually have never heard that like in my
Really?
life, so I really
Fucking
would have not known.
Derp
What in
and
the
Super.
world?
Derp and Super only called me Coach Light and Rocker and X-Sync and all those
I
guys.
probably heard it, but I do not remember whatsoever.
Yeah, but so I got a reputation as being Coach Light because like when I first joined the community, like he's an unbearable asshole. He has the ability to be an asshole when no one else can, but I still have so much respect for him because at the end of the day, he is self-aware in his assholishness. And when you are an asshole for like the sake of being an asshole, kind of like the trolly like fuck you all just for the sake of fucking you all, I still kind of respect that. Like even if it's kind of like a sourpuss, I like Gara, coach.
I think it's funny.
I
remember
like him a lot.
when I used to take like survival stuff super seriously, I couldn't stand him. I feel like now that I've been more laid back with it, thinking back, he was actually pretty funny, and
Yeah,
I
the
like
last killer season I played, uh, he did this thing. He hadn't done it in a while, but so it was like this. He basically did like a swap every round, pretty much. And in one round, our team was me, Gara, Joey, Corkager, Baz, Timo, and I think one other person. I forget who it was. But the other team was just completely awful. Like the swap was completely unbalanced. Like we had so.
I was supposed to say, how would you lose that comp?
We didn't. This is what happened
Yeah.
though. So like the beginning was the thing where you have to push buttons and then the wall juts out and you have to work your way up with the help of your team, unless you're like good enough like me, because I can do that solo, but most people can't. Just trying to flex. But the like the strat for that is really weird. And so like Gar kept trying to like do it brute force, and he got really mad whenever people would fuck it up. And eventually, like it would get to the point where somebody would get up, and then Gar would be like, "Okay, guys, be right back, taking a shit," and then he would just leave for 2 minutes and just sit there, and like we would just have to wait, and the other team would just be doing it and completely failing. It's like, "Okay, I'm back. You're still not up. What the fuck?" And eventually, it gets to the point where like 2 people would get up at a time, and then someone would punch another person down, like, "Oh, fuck you," they would punch him back down. You'd have to do it again, and eventually, it gets to the point where they finally got all 3 of them up. It's like, geez, took you so long. And we're just sitting there in the back, like me, Baz, and Corky are just sitting there doing nothing because we're waiting to do the puzzle. And then Gar is just completely fucking trolling. Eventually, you get to the point where like you have to do another synchronized parkour part. And then Timo does it. Timo does it like second try, but Timo doesn't have the lever that we need because Gar fucking has it. And he's like, Jesus Christ, you guys are inept. And then like eventually Gara gets back from taking his third shit. He made us watch an anime clip. He's like, "Yo guys, you have to watch this with me, and then I'll do the parkour." And then eventually he did, and they threw it to me. And then we have this like 5-minute period where I keep accidentally choking, some accidental, some like purposefully. I keep throwing the puzzle. It's like a flow puzzle, but it's like vertical, and I have to tell the other guys what to do. And I basically, like 3 times, I got to like the last column. I was like, "Oh shit, we have to restart. I fucked it up." And the entire time, the other tribe is like Gonzo, Cav, Jiv, like Nico, all these guys like so desperately trying to win this challenge. Like they do not want to send someone home. They want to win this immunity, and they're just us completely not giving a fuck. Eventually, we won. That was like the weirdest challenge we've ever done. It took like we could have finished that in 2 minutes if we wanted to.
Yeah, it was probably should have. I'm going to be honest.
No, it was pretty funny.
As long as it was funny.
It was pretty funny.
As long as.
But like, I used to like every single game I played have like a pre-made with Gar, and that kind of got stale. And so like every single it has been. I feel like it has probably been like close to a year, a little bit over like a year now, since I played in a game where I legitimately know nobody.
It's really hard to find, especially right now.
It's pretty hard.
We're kind of in a drought of new players, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also because neither the Mumble or Discord side wants to give up and try the other. Because, I mean, obviously we've had people from Mumble try Discord.
I'm going to mention that.
Yeah, so we've had people like Spongy try it, and obviously he didn't really enjoy it as much as he did the others. He still won, obviously. But
No, wait, really? Wait, no, did he actually win though? For real?
He won my season.
Whoa.
So yeah, so I'll go back to like the pre-made thing in a second.
Yeah, no,
but yeah,
good.
so I actually hosted a season. and it went.
That I'm banned
There's
from.
some things, huh?
That I'm banned from.
You're not banned from it. You're just like not high up on the priority list because you trolled the first time.
Everybody trolled the first time.
Pepit was not everybody, just mainly you, Pepit, Bohi, and like partially Dahlia and Xink. Everyone else was fine. It was mainly you fucking assholes. But so yeah, so I had 3 people from the Mumble community come play that game. It was 4 people if you count Thermal. But Thermal like plays both.
Thermal's a beast of its own because I always tell him, "Hey, do you want some lessons on how to do better?" And he's like, "No, I'm good right now." I'm like, okay.
Thermal's something else, bro.
Yeah.
Thermal might genuinely be the most paranoid player I've ever played in my life.
Oh, dude, I love that. I love that guy. I play when it works with him too, but sometimes he just takes stuff too far too. I mean,
But so
for people who do know, Soup Season 15, I'll say that.
I had 4 people counting Thermal play it. I had Thermal, Spongy, Park, and Bushy. And Bushy, I feel so bad for Bushy. This is what happened. So Bushy was still in Japan at the time because he just got out of the military recently.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he's back in the U.S. now. By the time he was in Japan, and it's like he was up for like 15 hours straight, and then didn't get any sleep before my game.
Yeah.
Shows up completely like blitzed out on coffee and like caffeine and shit. Completely dominates the game up until the final 9. Wins like, did they win I don't think they won the challenge, no. But like he's like, I'm sorry, dude. I feel completely awful. I have to like. You see in recorded survivors, people like say, "Oh, this person got medevaced," and usually it's they quit.
Yeah.
That was not a quit.
No,
that was
like
a legitimate medevac.
Yeah.
He was doing so fucking good but he felt like so fucking awful that he could not play anymore. And I feel no bad. I don't feel bad at all for this.
You shouldn't. I mean, honestly, like I say a lot of the time, prioritize like your IRL life over playing Survivor every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though obviously school is coming back for this people who go to school and everything, I know I need to take this advice myself because I've been away from college for a year doing IRL college, so I need to get my ass back out there in the social game in real life.
The social game in real life.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I gotta start manipulating people in real life to like me. So.
Oh, nice.
Now here's the thing. One big truth about Schmeckle Boy in games. Girls do not like Schmeckle Boy. Now maybe I can make it the opposite in real life, guys. This is the plan.
You think so?
I don't think that will ever work out.
Here's the thing. It's the Okay, there's a big thing in Survivors where it's like the opposite is true from real life. You see Pepit, this big fucking muscular hunk of a man, completely dog shit at challenges. You see me, I weigh 115 pounds. I am like the whitest person on planet Earth.
But
I'm fucking good. What do you mean Pepit's not?
I said Pepit's hot.
No. Yeah, but here's the thing. If I don't, if girls don't like me over Minecraft Funny Game Show, then maybe it's the opposite in real life, and I'm gonna be fucking banging 12 bitches an hour and doing other misogynistic, patriarchal things.
And females are so like last month. We dating dudes now.
Females are so mad last month. We stand Suds.
We stand
Suds is a king.
Suds is his own beast. Logic knows my opinion on Suds right now.
I like Suds. I've known him for a good amount of time.
He's canceled Cav season 6 to make it 5.5.
I feel really bad for Cav because I had to miss that season to fucking get my first dose of the COVID shot, and then I came back and learned that everything went to shit. I just felt so bad.
Yeah, we still probably shouldn't speak about it that much, but yeah, no, I hate it. I hate that whenever that was like that is my first Jeff game show, and obviously I'll kick ass in it because I'm always gonna kick ass and stuff. it just sucks that it gets completely shut down because I want to say that is probably the funniest time I've ever had in Survivor.
Really?
In like recorded or unrecorded or whatever. Like, because number one, I got to sing karaoke, build a house and stuff. Like, you don't usually do that stuff another time. Yeah, no, dude. Like, I put on the full like Jeff persona. Like, I went over the whole like thing of it. Like, I will.
Yeah.
Like,
You played a character.
Yeah, I played the character like I should have to. But like for the people who need to get it recorded, like right now, like I finished watching the Cav podcast of like the Happy podcast of him and Cav, and he's completely right where like the next recording people have to take a step up with people leaving and everything. Obviously, I don't really know that. I mean,
we got something cooking up. Don't worry about it.
So there's like that. Obviously, I would love to do it. Just don't know to edit. Don't really care to figure out how to edit.
Yeah.
I don't see I couldn't do it. I'd rather pay somebody to do it. Because it's such a fine crafting thing to get to, and with school coming back, there's no point.
Mm-hmm. I did some editing today. I got 4 minutes done of an episode.
Yeah, no, but like the people like Cav and like the people like Oxy that can do that is obviously astounding. Mm-hmm. And like if you could play a Cavs recording season, do it. If you could play a Cavs unrecording season, do it. Like Cav's a great guy, and already know Oxy's a great guy, even though I've never spoken to him or ever messaged him or anything. Like I already know he's a great guy, and he already knows I'm a great person too. Like it's pretty crazy how we do that without even speaking to each other.
No, he hates you.
That's a lie.
Yeah, he actually can't.
He talks so much shit
yeah, no,
about you, dude.
know, actually, just
Honestly,
a couple of minutes ago, I was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't like that Jeff guy."
Literally, I'm DMing Oxy right now, and he's like, just completely cannot fathom why I'm even in your gym.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, what's the point? This is the NKS episode with Logic just on the featuring.
So Logic, okay. So, what are your opinions on Minecraft Survivor: The Shroom Isle? Episode 2, where Ben goes to 2-person rocks against Globalist to save Killer and then wins.
No. Let's make this interesting. Logic, how do you feel about what just happened in Llamas the last week?
You mean with like me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick to what I said.
I believe you, obviously.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? The people that I want to know, like, the people that I like and I want them to know what happened, they would know what happened. So, honestly, I don't really care if anybody else thinks otherwise.
Yeah.
I
mean,
me
the one who was accusing you really was Chillin' Cool.
Oh my goodness. Unironically, Chillin' Cool is probably one like hella funny. Like not unironically, ironically, because he says the most dumbass stuff and like makes no sense. It's just so funny.
I love Chillin' Cool. He's
but
awesome.
Ironically, I'll say it right now. I think he already knows. I cannot stand him.
Oh, I can't either. I'm gonna be honest.
He's the worst.
You guys just have no.
But ironically, I laugh a lot like whenever he does something. But yeah, pretty much. I'm chilling with what happened. I already said my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, me and Llama have already made up. Like the other day, I don't know how long ago was ago. Maybe like I almost said a month. Maybe like a weekish ago.
Yeah.
We talked, and I apologized for what I said in his DMs because I was a little rude. And
yeah, obviously right after all that shit goes down.
Yeah, and then we talked about it for a minute. He said, "I'm welcome back whenever." So I'm maybe in the future, possibly I'll rejoin. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we both pleaded our cases, and there's not much like other than that.
I don't know. I might never play Llama season again because he took me out of the top 3 in his player rankings. How dare he?
Be like that.
I don't like Llama, so I'm probably not gonna play season of this ever.
Well, we're also getting to the point of like seasons for unrecordeds being scarce too, because like I said earlier, Tunix is hosting every week, and That's what people are finding. But like everybody else is just trying to make better ones behind the scenes. Because Tunic, Logic, the one we played in, he didn't even do tribal.
Okay, yeah.
Giv
So
did fucking
my
tribal.
thing about the season we played is, I mean, you probably noticed it. It was around like final like 8-ish
He just
that I
didn't give
just
a shit.
yeah, no, I just completely didn't try very hard. Like you even
Well,
noticed.
no, because
I, j- it'd be rare for me to join like a different call than the main one. I don't know. I was just a little bored. I mean, I think Tunic hosting every week. I mean, it's kind of set up to be like it's not gonna be 10 out of 10. If you host that like frequently, it's not gonna be above like
Yeah,
a
you
7.
are
It's not.
capping yourself.
and with the
It's not
same
gonna. It's not
people,
gonna be like above a 7.
dude,
Yeah, and
with
especially the same
Jiv,
people.
Belliard, and Duckweed always playing together and then always working together, and then people don't put two and two together. It's so like bewitching to me, like how that happens, and people just don't give a shit.
Earlier got to be the actual one of the funniest players ever, because
He
the
is.
way he plays, it's just like, in my opinion, I mean, I know he won the season. I voted Jiv, but Belliard, the way he plays is he plays a game that at the end he fully expects to win. And I almost think I'll actually make this. I think he's similar to Sam, like Sam K, in the thing
Hmm.
that he will make the end and he'll play. I'll give them. They'll play all right. They will. I'm not saying they're like a complete
Oh
terrible player.
yeah.
They'll play all right. However, they think they are the best players to ever touch the
Yeah,
game, and that's their whole speech. Is like, I masterminded this game and I perfected
that's
and folded it and like molded it to be
the
like my
fucking
masterpiece. And then
I.
they lose and they're like, what happened? It's a misinput.
This sounds
I
like what we
okay.
talked about earlier.
So I have a couple terms for that. Um I used to say this a lot more often, but I call those kinds of players role players because they cannot fathom a universe to where they're not the top shot, so they role play as if they are, and then expect everyone else to go along with it. I call them a couple other things. I call them role players, and I call them cucklords. One example was I don't know if you guys have ever watched Kyle season 8, but Red at the time
Yes,
was a
I watched it.
total fucking role player. Every confessional he would do would be about how good of a strategic game he was playing, and then the actual gameplay would show him like taking one step forward, two steps back. And why I love Red so fucking much because he
Yeah,
is
Red's awesome.
very self-aware and he is
Without a doubt,
completely
yeah.
changed.
Mm-hmm.
And the player that took his spot as the premier role player is fucking Nerf. Dude, Nerf, like, I fucking love his confessionals. Because the amount of shit he manages to say, while the amount of, like, if you guys seen, like, Cav season 2, Cav is a little bit of, like, not a melodramatic person, but he sort of likes to sort of narrate a little bit in his head, a little bit disingenuous how the season actually goes. He's always like, Nerf dominated this season. And then you just go to Nerf's what he does in this season. In every single episode, he's like, okay, guys. So I'm in the middle position between this alliance and this alliance. Guys, I'm actually like I'm playing this strategic game. So I'm gonna vote off Havoc here. I'm gonna get into the end with Griffin and Savika, and I'm gonna win. And they get to the end with Griffin and Savika. Just his entire jury speech and how he's the best fucking person to ever grace God's green fucking earth. And then you just go to Havoc's fucking voting speech. And he's like, "Geez, Nerf, I would have voted for you if you just knew how to shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
And then Nerf
it's
Nerf loses to Griffin, who said that his biggest move of the game was creating a fake idol that nobody fucking believed.
I mean, I personally like Nerf as a person.
I do too. He's fucking hilarious. I love
But
Nerf.
I love when that happens. When someone is just like talking like all about their game and how amazing they played, and then they still manage to lose. And I mean, I guess if they lose in a funny way, right? If someone is actually playing a really good game and they lose, and it's not in a funny way, then that sucks. But if it's in a funny way, that it's amazing.
If it's in a way like that, like I'm not upset about losing 5-2 to fucking Derpy because the way it happened was pretty fucking funny. But like, I wouldn't want to be like where Nerf had a great jury speech and then people genuinely thought Griffin played a better game because they were stupid.
Well,
Yeah,
Well, getting back to the point where I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
for the Tunic season, I wouldn't have voted Belliard if Jiv gave me a shot there at the Final Four when I did
Yeah.
win. Because here's a little backstory for people in that season. So it's Final
Yeah.
8. Me, Logic, Ali, Cody Taylor, and
Dang.
Joey are running shit. We're pagonging them basically.
It all went down.
And then Ollie medevacs because he just left. Joey goes to play Fortnite, and then no, and it gets better. NKS at Final 6.
That was him laughing.
At Final Final 6. Cody Taylor votes himself out
Based.
because
So
it was
funny.
those three voted Cody Taylor. Me and Logic voted Jiv or
Belliard,
Belliard.
I think it was Belliard.
We voted Belliard, and Cody Taylor was so convinced that I was voting him that he voted me.
Funny. Oh, it's so funny. Oh my god, it's so funny at the moment. Cause I knew once you started, cause you were trying to get in like their good graces and whatnot. I knew once that started, I knew for a fact that Cody Taylor was gonna take that seriously, and I just saw like everything crumble down in front of my eyes. Cause then I was like starting to get really nervous that he was gonna do it, and then like as the votes were being read, and I heard the 3 votes for Cody Taylor. I mean, like not 3 votes for Cody Taylor, the 2 votes for Billiard. I knew it was over. I knew he voted himself out.
Mm-hmm. It is shockingly easy to get someone to vote themselves out of the game.
Well, no, especially when it's Cody Taylor. I mean, here's the thing.
Mhm.
Apparently, Cody Taylor is also starting a podcast.
He is.
I'm going on.
That's king
And
shit
he
there.
and he invited me, and I was just like, I got work today. I'm
Cody,
busy."
Cody, if you're watching, I will. You can have me on any day
Me
of the
too.
fucking
Me
week.
too.
Put me and Logic on.
Cause
I think. Yeah. You can go. Sorry.
no. Cause like, no offense to Cody, and obviously there are gonna be people who are gonna be upset with me saying this, right? Especially Yuri.
Mhm.
What is he gonna have to talk about?
Fair enough.
Like
His sexual escapades
like
in the
Noah,
mountains
is he
of
gonna
Brazil.
talk about his mother? Is that
Oh.
what's gonna happen?
I think it's funny because me and him would actually. I mean, if I was on his podcast, I would have stuff to talk about. Because I'll admit it, when I've played with Cody Taylor, I've aligned with him every single season. Every single season I've been with him, I've always aligned with him instantly. Because 1, it's funny, and 2, like if you're good for him, sometimes it works out. And it's just been so funny how we've aligned before in like everything. I can't think of anything off the top of my head except for Tunics, but
I just
I aligned
realized.
with him in everything.
I just realized in your guys' story that means Cody Taylor made the final 6.
No, he did. Yeah.
It did.
No, okay.
You know
Is that a
why
record?
Cody Taylor
No,
made the final 6?
You know,
Because
Cody
we
Taylor because of everybody else is a joke. Like Ali played an idol on him, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He idled
Dude,
him for
I
safety
fucking
at the
missed
merge
Ollie
vote.
already.
Well, no,
I don't know. I'm
No.
not gonna say I solely did it, but I told him, I'm like, dude, use it on Cody Taylor.
No.
It'd be so funny.
NKS, Cody Taylor was going to be the first boot, but then Gay Sam X-rayed.
Well,
Sam Gary.
admittedly, I was not voting him because I was getting messaged, but like is like you, Ali, whatever, and we were like, I don't actually want Cody Taylor to be first boot.
Yeah, I didn't want to either because no offense, but Gay Sam was being really annoying too.
Yeah, no, okay, listen, Gay Sam, whatever, he was going to get first boot no matter what, even if he didn't get like kicked out.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he like discreetly got the idol and not like immediately going over to it, digging it right, like digging straight down on it in front of everybody. But if he was more discreet about it, possibly, he plays it correctly. But I still think in his head that we were voting Cody Taylor, so I think he's screwed. I don't think he plays it if he did discreetly get it.
No, I don't think he would play it either. Let's be honest. Now, I mean, like the whole thing. Obviously, it's not a controversy. We're not really talking that bad about Tunics and everything. It's just our own opinions.
Yeah,
I never
no,
played. I don't have an
yeah.
opinion.
I think as a person, Tunic's pretty chill. I think his
Tunic's a great
survivors,
person.
since they're hosted so frequently, they're not going to be higher than like a 7. maybe a 7.5.
No, you
And
can't.
I think my time in there was, I think I'd rate it probably like maybe probably I'll be nice and probably say like a 6, just because I did have a decent amount of fun, especially that scene with, like, I think you were there. It was like me, Ali,
Hmm.
Cody Taylor, and was it Joey? Where
Yeah,
we were all sitting down, and then Ali was just like on the stripper pole. It is
yeah.
so funny. And yeah, no, that was pretty funny.
I
But
think I'm gonna have to give
yeah,
his seasons a 1 because he didn't
damn.
allow me to play on Mind
Yeah,
Chat.
True. How
exactly.
could he?
I mean, honestly, you would have been better than half the cast of people he casted because, once again, he still cast people like Daffodil.
Really? Did he?
Yes, Daffodil
Oh
played All
boy.
Stars
Oh boy.
I am still convinced
and
that
was first boot.
Daffodil. I am still convinced that Daffodil is the biggest troll in the entire
That feels
community.
so confusing because, admittedly, I've had them blocked for a really long time, ever since they like at everyone multiple times in a server. But I feel like, I don't know. I haven't, like, I forget that Daffodil's like a real person because I don't hear about them very much as like I
I don't
used to.
think they
But I
are. I
know they're still,
legitimately think they're a character.
yeah. But I know they're still around, and it's really confusing.
I it's a very weird thing too because Daffodil's still in Cav's server as well,
Hmm.
which you would think
And
with Cav doesn't tolerate shit with like that.
Yeah.
But there's Daffodil. Daffodil was fighting chilling cool the other week.
Here's the thing. Okay. If Daffodil is actually like a real person
They need
that
help.
is genuinely like that, then fuck them.
They
But
literally need help.
I do actually have some respect for the people that never fucking break character. Because here's the thing about Gar. Gara has feelings.
hmm
When I fucking first joined the community, the first game I played was Echo's BB. It was a BB he hosted. He accidentally casted one too many people. So okay, when you're completely new to the community, I mean Jeff, your first game, your first game in the Discord was Echo Season 2, right?
It might have been, but that wasn't me as Jeff.
Yeah, no, yeah, but like your first game as like just Matt in general was like that.
Yeah, like in Discord survivors, yes.
Yeah.
Not
So
Mumble.
it was that, and then but like so you sort of got like a head start.
Yeah.
Logic. I don't know how you originated because you were before my time. I'm pretty sure. I think we might have joined around the same time. I was September 2019. When were you?
Like around the same time, because I think I got in. Actually, no, it might have been like almost the exact same time. I'm pretty
Damn.
sure I got in around a couple weeks to a month or after I got Minecraft again, and I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure I got Minecraft like, I think, actually like August 2019,
So
so almost
you're
the exact same.
August, NKS is September. I'm November of 2019.
Hmm. So, but like my first game was the was Echoes BB, and when you like looking back, because I had played games before. I had played like I mentioned previously Delta Dave,
Yes, yeah.
and so I knew how to play the game. And like
But when you're new to
you,
those
you
communities,
there's some people that like they start off completely shit and then they get not shit over time. Right
some
off the
people
bat,
don't.
some people don't, but right off the bat, I was like I'd say there's like when people like rank themselves like 1 to 10 on each of the 3 aspects, like social, strategic, and physical.
Mhm.
I'd say at the time I was a 9 on physical. I was about like a 7 on strategic and about like a 4 on social. Like
Mm.
I had a
You're still
long ways
there.
to go. No, fuck you. I argue I'm a 7 on social now. Because most people in survivors don't talk at all. And I'm just
You're
like
not
constantly bullshitting.
wrong. Like there's a ton of people who don't talk or just don't want to talk because they're afraid something bad will happen. But
Yeah,
like,
I just fucking
just don't be
I've
stupid.
dude, there was one game do you know David?
Yeah,
Isn't he
I
the
do.
new guy for waffles?
Yeah, but he also hosts his own. And I played in a season 2 literally 10 minutes before like it started. I see like a thing from like okay, nothing better to do. I join, find like nobody on my tribe talks, and I just like make up some bullshit excuse like okay guys, I'm the leader now. First rule, we don't allow gnomes human rights. and I just spoke a bunch of bullshit that had no meaning, but I controlled
Yeah.
my tribe pre-merge, mainly to the fact that I had Romy and Landslide keep people in check because Romy was high at the time, and Landslide had nothing better to do.
So,
And then you get to the merge. I had given DK. You know who DK is?
no.
I think
I
so.
gave DK an idol. It was a one world season, and I found the other tribe's idol. I gave DK the idol on condition he give it back, and then he didn't give it back at merge. And I'm thinking, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna get everyone in the game to vote DK. I don't even care if he votes me off. And then sure enough, I get like 8 people to vote DK, and then he idols me out. But like that season, I did like fucking so much socially and barely anything else. Like my strategic game was completely asinine. I gave a guy an idol and then let him idol me out. But still, like, I think I'm like pretty high up on his overall player list, like player rankings too. And I did fucking nothing. And I feel like you don't have to be, because I'm not a very like socially good person. Like, put me in a room full of like 15 to 20 other people from this community. They're most likely gonna like each other more than they like me. But if nobody fucking talks, it's not that hard to be pretty high up.
The loudest one in the room.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, I wasn't like the best player ever when I first joined, but I knew what I was doing. And then I remember posting in Echo's chat. There's people conversing about a game, and I was like, yeah. I don't know. When I play, I usually tend to be out in the open and a big target, so I know what it's used to. I know what it's like, sort of being a big threat to win. And then when nobody fucking knows you, people are like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I remember seeing Marcus. Marcus at the time was like, "Lamau, sure, bud." I'm like, "This guy's a fucking asshole." And then we get to the day of the big brother. There's like 40 people in the waiting room. And it's pretty hard to get casted for these. But I was like conversing with people. I was like you see a lot of people in the waiting rooms. They don't talk at all.
Yeah.
They're fresh faces. And I usually can respect hosts that at least want to give some of these guys a chance over whom they perceive stronger players. But like, I would always prioritize the people that are active and show that they want to play and want to win the game first. Like the newbies that actively try. That was what I was when I first joined. I actively like talked in every single waiting room.
So what you're saying is you're a weirdo.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty weird. I'm pretty fucking weird. Anyway, but I got casted on this. It was my first ever game. And looking back, the cast was fucking like insane. It was like at the time he was established, but it was coach / Gara / whatever you want to call him. It was Gara. It was Vision. Marcus was there, Jason. I think Jason ended up winning it. But Korkhager, Jervy, a couple of those guys. Echo might know more, but Echo probably forgot. It was fucking almost 2 years ago, man. But so he ends up casting one extra person, and then he's like, okay, fuck it. First week is triple nomination, double eviction. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but sure. And so I start talking to everybody. I'm like introducing myself. Hi. And I had this gag for the first couple weeks where I would change the letters in my name every server I joined to confuse people when they had to talk about, this new guy. His name is SKN. Who the fuck is that? I've only heard of NSK. Who the fuck? Is that KNS? And then eventually I changed it back. But the first game, I was like, hey guys, I'm NSK. What did I do? And eventually, long story short, I get backdoored week 1 by Jervy. He's like, so yeah, just because you're new to the game doesn't mean you have an excuse to not go on the block. And I'm like, fuck you, I didn't get a chance to talk with you at all, asshole. But I had already made like alliances with everyone. I'm like, hey guys, whoever someone takes themselves off the block, we should save whichever one of us gets put up. And they're like, yeah, do it. And then I had no idea, by the way, who Korkhager was. I just like the first person that messaged me was Vision, and that's why I love Vision. Straight off the bat, he was super friendly to me.
I got you.
And that's why I'm super excited that Vision's back and like extremely active now. Fucking love Vision. In my opinion, he's the best Survivor player ever.
Yeah, I like Vision a lot.
Yeah. So, but
Really?
he was
Over
super friendly
me?
to me,
Okay.
and in that game, long story short, I didn't know who Corkager was, uh, and I was extremely shocked when the vote to save was 4-3-2. Two people voted to save Marcus for some reason, and then, by the way, Corkager won the veto and took Vision off the block, and then he stayed 4-3-2 over me and Marcus because 4 people thought it would be funny to keep Corkager just because he was Corkager, and then vote me off. That was my entry level into the game, and as much as people don't like Gar, when people start playing games, like they see people like, oh yeah, that's Gar. You don't want to talk to Gar. He's kind of a fucking asshole. The next game I played was hosted by a guy called Dell. And Dell was before.
Yeah, I know that guy.
But I actually knew Dell for years. I've known Dell probably for 4 years because he was in the hardcore community. Not 4 years, 3 years. He was in the hardcore community. I played Mind Z with a couple times. He got banned from Mind Z for saying the N-word.
Of course.
But I played Mind Z with him. He was in the hardcore community. He was well known in the hardcore community. He was there for a while. He was still a little bit infamous, but I liked Dell at the time. I was like, oh shit, Dell plays and hosts Survivors. I'm playing this. And then we ended up winning the first challenge, and then it swaps into 3 tribes of 5. And then I got swapped onto a tribe with Gar. And the first thing Gar messages me is, oh my god, thank God it's you. And here's the thing. He's an asshole. He's a fucking cock. Every game you play with him, he's saying something stupid. He is completely insensitive. But when you're new to the community and you don't know anybody, and this guy is excited,
you love that message.
That's like the best fucking message. And ever since then, he has been the one person that he goes in and out of activity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he is the one person I know that will never break character. Because I know that he, deep down, has some emotions. He does like certain people and dislikes other people. He pretends to dislike everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I know deep down he does give some shits about some people. And that as long as he is maintaining character, things aren't weird. That was a long fucking tangent because it branched down in my first ever game. But I fucking...
No, that's some good history, dude.
I love Gara. Like, most people just do not like him, but he is one of the most sort of important people to the entire community. Because for the first, 6 months I was playing, he was the big bad physical player. Because I needed to learn the challenges. I was good at parkour. I just needed to learn the challenges and learn how to act. He was the big bad. And now, I wouldn't even say he's definitely not top 5. He's barely top 10 if he does make top 10.
Of what? Top 10 bad guys?
Top 10 physical players.
What would you say is top 10 physical players?
So this was an older list.
Oh, I know
I did with
list you're talking
I made one with Killer. But okay, so I'm not gonna go into the exact numbers of the top 10.
Yeah.
But I would say that the top 5 would probably be in no particular order, because I feel like if you think you're the best, that sort of has a connotation with not being able to improve. Mm-hmm. And if you never think you can improve at challenges, I think you're kind of a pussy. And so I think I'm never gonna say I'm the best because I feel like that's hypocritical. But I'd say not including MUMBLE players, because I feel like that's a different scale altogether. I'd say the best would be, no particular order, me, Killer, Slime, Kalen. It's also kind of weird because
there's an obvious one you're missing.
Well, these are just game show players in general, because because people like Kalen don't play Survivors and stuff.
Yeah.
So
this is just game show things in general. But it's also kind of weird because Kimmy hasn't really played in a while, and I think Kimmy's washed as fuck. But Kimmy in her prime for sure. Dahlia in her prime for sure.
Bro, I'm 1 for 1 in challenges and 1 for 1 for strikeouts. So
speaking of strikeouts, Dennis is pretty good. Except at puzzles, he's good at everything else. What else? I feel like I think with Joey thinks he's the best at everything.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, Joey, I feel like has the potential to be the best Survivor player ever if he just humbled himself.
Or just gave a damn.
Yes, if he had the chutzpah that I think he could have, he'd be the best Survivor player and definitely the best at challenges because he's already really good at challenges. He just doesn't go the extra mile, and he's the king at throwing. He throws all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is pretty good?
I'm alright.
Yeah, I'd say you and KQ are pretty good. Peter, should have mentioned him earlier.
Or are you just
Red.
not going to mention Sam K?
Sam K is not close to the top 10. He might be top.
Good.
He might be top 20, but no offense to Sam, he's not top 10.
Where am I on this list?
You'd probably be top 20. I wouldn't say top 10.
What?
Red's pretty good. I don't think you're top 10. You're definitely top 20, but not top 10. No offense.
I've beaten you in plenty of immunities.
Yeah, but have you beaten me in anywhere close to the majority?
Of ones that mattered? Yeah.
What do you mean of ones that mattered? He means the ones that you beat me in?
Well, no, because when I usually don't need immunity, unlike you. Unless it wasn't Cavs season 4 when I won every single one except for one.
The thing is, you don't. The only reason that you need immunity is if you're better than those that don't. Because okay, so let's say I have to win 6 challenges in a game to make it out.
Mm-hmm.
You might only have to win 3. That isn't because like we're both of equal physical skill level and you just happen to play better. It's because people know that I'm better than you. No offense. I think that like I am definitely okay. Let's put it this way. Let's say if we had a challenge that all the physical players competed in, and in the community, I would say I have at least 2 times the chance that you would have to win that challenge.
I get it. No, because I've been thinking about it for one of these podcast episodes to do like a top 50 players of right now on Discord Survivor.
I wouldn't do that.
Thing. I don't care.
Yeah, you can. That's a good point. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Do you think I care? Like,
yeah.
No, no offense if you're not in it. Like, we already know who's not going to be in it. Like, the top. Like, if we had to do top 50 of the people in this community who are actually good.
No, that's not the reason I wouldn't do it. It's the reason I wouldn't do it is because it would be endless. Like, no, so you think this person's better than me? What about this time that I did this on this person?
Yeah, that would be kind of annoying.
Hey, that's good. That means comments equals.
I guess that's true.
At least that's not clickbait, like you see right now with sports. Like Skip Bayless says this about LeBron James. Nobody gives a damn.
I've heard of LeBron James. I don't know who the fuck Skip Bayless is.
Good. Don't.
I don't either.
Don't just if you see anything.
I'm looking them up right now.
Everything Skip Bayless says is for clicks. It is the dumbest shit you've ever seen. Yet
this guy looks like he's a Spider-Man villain.
Bayless reminds me of like a cartoon character name, like Dinkelberg or something.
He's from Oklahoma.
That's hilarious. Welcome back to the Survivor Podcast, where we talk about.
He has a book. Bayless. He has a book called God's Coach.
That sounds like a terrible book.
Yeah, I don't think I'm interested in that guy.
Dude, you know what I am very interested in seeing?
Yes.
Peppet getting a role in a movie, which is coming.
Shit!
He's gonna be filming soon.
Yeah, so he's actually the main character in The Secret Life of Pets 3. So
yeah, no, he's gonna be like in the next like I think he said the next Joker film. So he's gonna be like an extra and maybe get a line or two.
He's like the new Bane.
Yeah, he's like the new Bane. So like he told me that and I was like, what the fuck?
That's pretty cool.
Like that's amazing. Like that's when you can say somebody from the community is making like literally the moment somebody makes it on a show, or like it doesn't matter what show it is.
Well, I mean, Senwar was on Island of the Idols.
Wait, huh? Oh, I'm so fucking brain dead.
There's a joke that
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, no.
I know.
No, and I remember going along with that too when I first heard of it. I'm like, oh my god, Sinwar. And I can't believe
The
Congratulations.
most we have of somebody making it on a
Timmy.
show is Mari Takahashi. on
Nah, Timmy was
Survivor.
on the weird, freaky Dutch bastard version of Survivor.
Okay, but like actual like U.S. Survivor of people. like,
Okay,
hearing
great.
about
Now
it.
he's being xenophobic. What do you just hate Dutch people? What the fuck?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. The only seasons that people are gonna watch are U.S. Survivor and this current season of Australian Survivor, which is insane.
it's pretty good.
It is insanely good, without a doubt. Obviously, not gonna spoil anything because
Yeah, how the fuck do you watch it? Because me and my mom need something to watch.
So basically,
There's this site
yeah.
called like Watch Series that I use.
Yeah. So something like it's stuff like that where, or like you
Okay,
VPN
is it gonna get flagged as a porn site?
What?
I don't know. I just know that
Watch-
there's a bunch of pop-up ads.
Watch
Yeah.
series sounds like something very
Okay,
different.
do you have VPNs?
No.
Okay, well, VPNs make it easier for that stuff, so then you don't have to worry about it. Cause like you could do like Netflix is VPN or like Prime Video, which has like all the Survivor seasons and stuff like that. If you have like the Paramount Plus thing or whatever, then you can watch it or yada yada yada.
I don't know any of those words you just said.
It's honestly with streaming services nowadays, it's too fucking crazy. I will say that much. It is getting ridiculous.
Oh, I wanted to ask, have you actually even asked us the question this whole time, or have we just been going, like, just talking?
No,
We're freestyling, man.
we've
We're
kind
living
of-
off the land.
You guys have just literally been freestyling. Once again, I've never even finished introductions.
Well, I guess you could say we're freestyling, but it's more like it's been like 90% NKS is like talking about whole novels on
Yeah, so
specific game shows he's played, and then I tune in for a couple sentences and then he talks some more.
So this next story is about one time I went to Australia.
No, shut up.
Imagine.
No, so but that's like the beauty of it all too, because like once again, you guys are here to talk about what you guys want to talk about on Survivor and everything, or whatever like seasons you've played, stuff you've enjoyed, specific things or people you've enjoyed. And it doesn't like the questions are literally there to like bring up a specific topic, but you guys have already hit all the topics that I've wanted to talk about.
I love talking. I love hearing myself talk.
Like what kind of topic?
We can tell.
I'm a huge narcissist, dude.
But
Like
the
literally.
one topic we haven't got to, which is one of my favorites,
Breast implants.
is right
What?
now in the community. Who are the top 3 worst players in the community right now?
The
Worst?
top 3 worst players. Am I allowed to include MUMBLE players?
I mean, you can, but
I have yet to see Merc make a play that has not been
Shut-
completely fucking brain dead.
be quiet.
I have top 3 like I have top 3 like most annoying, top 3 best.
Dude, that is completely fine. Top 3.
I don't know
worst.
much about
Okay,
a
I
top
have
3
one. I have
worst.
one.
I'd actually probably have to look in a couple servers. To, like,
I
look at names.
have a nomination for one of the top 3 worst players from
Okay.
ones I've played with.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no offense. I actually really like the guy.
Yeah.
I played with him, and every time I play with him, I think, damn, this guy is a lot better than I thought he was. And then he just does something completely fucking stupid, and I'm like, you threw away. Why did you do that? Okay, do you guys know who Ryoma is?
Oh my
So,
god.
I've
yes.
seen him in servers, and I know for a fact I played with him before, but I couldn't tell you a thing we've played in.
I'm gonna be honest. I completely agree with that nomination.
He's a really good guy. I really like him a lot. And I feel like
Love him
he has like a knack for the social game. Like every time I play with him, I'm like, okay, this guy's making me want to trust him. The last time I played with him was one of Ethan Cobblestone's seasons when he was around. And then on our starting tribe, we had like a 4-person alliance of me, Agent, Hawk, and CGQ. And then I was talking around, and I was like, okay, you know what? I like Ryoma. Let's keep Ryoma around. And then I get to like the second boot off, and then Agent comes in, and he's like, yo, Ryoma wants to vote you NKS. I'm like, what? Excuse me? I'm like, is Agent trolling me? I go up to CGQ and Hawk, and I'm like, no, Ryoma wants to vote you. I'm like, I want to keep this guy in the game. Why is he doing this? And this isn't the first time we did it. The first time I played with him was in Sam's.
Yeah.
And fucking sure enough, like he did the exact same shit where like turns out he was trying to vote me and Jason off, wasted my idol on Jason for no fucking reason. And then fucking like voted him off though. It was like 6-1. He just he does good and then just throws it away. I don't know why. I don't know how. Sometimes he manages to do it, and it's very intriguing.
You know who else deserves a nomination on this list?
Yeah, let's each do one.
Chillin' Cool.
Well, that was gonna be mine.
Well, that could be yours. Go for it.
No, it's okay. It can be yours. I'll think of someone else.
Oh no!
But...
I have an idea of somebody else.
Well, I guess I wanted to say someone different, but I'm just looking. I just can't think of anybody. The only thing I could, I can't think of it. I think that's a play that has surprised me, as I thought they were gonna be terrible and they're actually all right. Is
Agent.
No, I like Agent.
I thought Agent was trash.
Is gonna just Alex. Like Alex, he's
Yeah.
surprisingly
Alex,
all right.
Yeah, he's surprisingly all right.
I feel like isn't he like where's he from again?
I have no idea.
It's somewhere in Europe, dude.
Yeah, like I feel like the accent thing kind of hurts him a bit because like he's sort of got like I think it's Eastern, a little bit Eastern. It's sort of like some accents are like really fucking everybody loves, like fucking Timmy's
or Peppets.
and Jivs and Peppets. Peppets is a big one. But I feel like Alex is sometimes kind of hard to understand him, but like he's not bad at all.
No.
What's yours?
Yeah, what's yours, Jeff?
So what? We've got Ryoma and we've got Alex.
But Alex.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ryoma
so
and Chillin'
Alex.
Cool.
So we got Ryoma and Chillin' Cool.
You're not. Are we allowed to say Cody Taylor? Because I suspect that's
will,
coming up.
we will not say Cody Taylor because Cody Taylor is still better than some of these people. Are you guys ready for a surprising one?
What?
Let me go to my game show server that we have here.
Your game show.
Are you just gonna ping Duckweed?
I will not ping Duckweed. But
Surely it's not gonna be like Muck Depot, right? That guy's the king.
But
Don't do it. Don't do it,
no,
please.
One of the worst people to play in game shows, at least for me, is without a doubt Flamosaur.
Oh, why am I surprised by that?
I don't know who that is.
For the people who
I know
don't know.
He was garbage in that challenge. I felt so bad because we were trying to root for him. Like, yeah, you got this, but he was so bad.
So NKS,
Mm-hmm.
how easy are 2-block jumps to you?
So 2-block jumps are, I'd say, so they fall under the Parkinson's category where all you have to do is like press Control W in space for like a brief second and you will clear them. As long as if you cannot do that, you either are completely trolling or you have a debilitating illness. And I feel bad for you.
So here's the thing. So he could barely get over the shulker wall. He could barely do a 2-block jump, and he can barely do a 2-block jump off of a 2 or 3-block jump off of a ladder onto a block. And guess what was on that course too? A Neo.
So yeah, this guy sounds about as good as Kizmodo. So why isn't he on the list?
So yeah, no. So and Flamosaur's social game is terrible, and whenever I see Flamosaur, and I decide to, and they make the cast, I'm like, this poor guy is going to be first boot. Like that's it. It's never gonna change. It's like the same thing for who was in that one season. It's the same thing for Hero. It's the same exact thing
for Hero.
I love Hero, dude. He's
that's
fucking
the thing.
I've only played with Hero once, and they got eliminated by their coach in a Big Brother.
That's the one thing. Well, yes, I was there.
Oh wait, that was the same one you were in. Yeah, I forgot.
So
yeah, that was the same one. Not Jeff. Michael didn't put me in because he wanted to do his fucking roleplay fantasy. No, we have the 4 captains.
So we got yeah. So like it's very strange that like we're not gonna put Hero on the list because obviously
no, he's also
everybody
like
loves him. That's
pretty
the
young,
good thing.
Isn't he? How old is he?
That's the perfect thing. Like you're not that bad if people love you as like a person because that's gonna want you to keep them in.
Okay.
Like, no offense, yes, Chill and Cool has a fan club of just Yuri, really,
Mhm.
but
Yuri is standing strong,
Yuri's
like Iron Wall.
in the comments for Chill and Cool, but he will boot Chill and Cool in a millisecond.
I
I
don't
don't.
like
You
chilling
are
cool.
that is
Oh
scandalous.
my goodness! Like he's really fumbling the bag because, like I said, I mean, ironically, he's super funny with what he
Yeah.
does, and I've tried like ever since I met him, I tried so hard to like him. I like gave it literally my all to find something in him that I liked unironically, and I just cannot and will not be able to ever find it.
I actually really respect his dedication to watching shit. Cause like as an editor, I
Love
watch
that.
I watch a lot more than most people. I've seen most seasons of Minecraft Survivor, except for like all the Lambo shit, because no one's gonna fucking want to watch that.
Well,
Yeah, I like
hey, you
Lambo.
know what's coming out soon? That's a new recorded Llamas.
Yeah, it's about his like fucking third try.
Hey, admit it. Okay, you know, llamas. I don't really think it matters if I say
Yeah.
it. Well, and if it does, I do apologize, llama. I was almost in that season, or I think if it's the season I'm thinking of,
I was gonna
because
be in it. I just
Cav did
couldn't
like an
make
at
it.
here or like an at here or something. He was like, "Yo, I need someone for recorded," and I didn't have much to do, so I was like, "Sure, I'll play." And I get invited to the server, but I was in the middle of a Valorant game, right? But we were like really 1 point off of winning. We were about to win the round. I'm like, all right, give me 2 seconds or give me a couple minutes and I'll join. And I joined like 3 minutes later. I look at the cast and then I'm instantly banned. And I'm like, what the hell? What happened? And then I go to message Cav and I'm like, bro, he just banned me. And then and then I don't remember if it was him or Llama that told me. He's like, yeah, you're just too slow. I was like, bro, it's like 2 minutes.
You could wait 2 minutes. Like, no offense, if you're gonna be recording for 14 hours, what's 2 more minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. But
People just aren't
honestly,
impatient.
you know what? I'll say it. Long, I didn't like the cast. I'll be honest. I wasn't a giant fan of the cast when I looked at
Well,
it.
dude,
So you know,
of course
I'm not
you're
It's
too
not.
pretty
sad.
hard. The cast is the main thing that I sympathize with people on their first go rounds, because it's like
You're not gonna have
really
much
hard.
pickings. I mean, I was gonna be on that, but I was away on vacation and stuff, or something, or I had to work or something. I was originally gonna be on it. I tried to get off work for it, but I couldn't. Because, like, you know, it's Llama and Cab, of course. I'm going to try to put something away so I can do something for them.
Yep.
Because that's just the kind of person I am.
Aw, you're such a saint.
I'm such a saint, except that when it comes to some people. But, you know, I try to look out for people. But, you know, it's not the same for everything, as we're hitting 2:30 a.m. here. Y'all are crazy. I'm going to be on the Phillies baseball field in about 14 hours here. So
It's only 11:30 for me, even though I am actually pretty tired, and I have to wake up at
crazy.
8 my time because
Yeah,
I'm production for recorded.
yeah, I have to play
Really?
in that recorded.
Cool.
Ooh, we got a recording going on tomorrow. So yeah, no, we'll wrap up. Whatever you guys want to speak about in these last, I'll give you guys both some time to speak about. Whoever wants to go first, whatever you want to talk about. You can make.
I might have to go first. He'll talk for like another hour.
True.
I have only a small thing that I'd like to add on, because I already covered the big thing.
Okay, then
Sure,
you go
then
on.
I
Yes,
see what's
yeah.
there.
Okay, I'll go. So I just wanted to mention my personal belief that Killer is the best host this community will ever see.
Really?
And yeah, and I can go into reasons why I believe that, but the fact that he's had so many seasons, he's always been around, and the fact that he consistently gets a great banger season with any cast possible, I feel like he's been going through some shit recently, and this most recent one, I don't know exactly what's been going on with him. I just know that he hasn't been having the best time. I want everybody. I'm gonna do this tomorrow when I'm not so fucking tired. I want everybody to message Killer something good, and positive because he's such a fucking nice guy.
Oh, he's an amazing guy, without a doubt.
And like, he goes through some shit sometimes. Not even just like game related shit. Sometimes just like personal
Life,
shit
yeah.
that I just don't know about. And anything to make his day better, I want to do. So everyone be nice to Taylor.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can really argue the point that that Killer is probably the best host we've ever had in the community. Because, like, no offense to all the other hosts, including myself, but like seriously, there really isn't anybody who does it like that. Yes, like if we're talking about seasons, yes, Panda's up there, but Panda's a mute.
No offense to Panda.
No offense to Panda.
And also like the quality of the seasons, like.
Or yeah, he said.
And Panda does a lot of reuse challenges.
He said it. He spends 3 hours on most of the stuff now. Which 3 hours is nothing.
No, I can build. Seasons. It takes me a week to build a season if I'm working only on that.
Yep, exactly. But like we said, life, you know.
Yep.
Lovely. Logic. What do you got?
Oh, I probably should have been thinking about what I was gonna say. Let me think. I guess I could say the community as it is right now. I think it's all right. I think it's actually better probably for myself because there was this time where I was like, I'd barely. There's like I don't know how long the time was, but I didn't play often very much, like at all. And then I don't know, a few months ago, whatever, I started playing pretty frequently, and it's been decently fun. So yeah, I've had a decent time. I hope to keep having a decent time. And yeah, I guess that's really it. I don't really have anything else to say.
Well, that's short and simple. This is now, for the viewers who watch every episode, this is now the second longest episode we've had. We are about 3 minutes short of Pepin and Happy's, but that is funny.
3?
Yeah.
Yep,
okay, I suddenly have something else. I suddenly have something to talk about for exactly 4 minutes.
This one we didn't have a heartfelt conversation about drug and use and.
The only thing.
I was watching that interview. I got to like, I think how long was their thing? Like
it's an hour. It's an hour and 40.
That shit hit me hard, dude.
I'm pretty sure I got to like the hour mark, but I was tired, so I was gonna lay in bed and finish it, but I don't think I ever did. So I'll have to finish that.
Well, no, I'm gonna be honest. No, NKS. If you want to talk about that stuff, dude, you gotta see Mine with Happy's, dude. It's literally explains so much about me.
What about drugs?
No, just about my life and everything. Seriously, like I'm being dead serious.
I'll watch it, dude. I've watched every episodes of Happy's, dude. I was on this
straight up. I watched. How many episodes of Happy are out? Like what, 9-ish?
8 now. Wait, 9. No, 9.
Yeah, I watched 7 in one day, solely playing Wizard 101.
Nice.
I was playing Wizard 101, and I just had them in the background. Although I purposely skipped 2 because I don't like them, but I will not be naming them.
Yeah, he skipped mine because he's a fucking asshole.
Let's be honest.
I watched yours.
Let's be honest. Everyone skipped Galaxy Wolves.
No, I watched this.
I watched this.
My favorite thing about Happy's is when when Pepe and NKS talked me up. Thanks, guys.
I think that you are like
ego boost.
Nah, I feel like you're Joey, but like more emotionally sensitive. But like, okay, here's the thing. I mentioned earlier. I feel like if Joey like was the Grinch, and like his heart grew 3 sizes, he'd be the best fucking player ever.
And then shrunk 6 times.
I feel like you have twice as big a heart as Joey, but unfortunately, I feel like you're just not quite as naturally gifted at Survivor. Wow. You're pretty fucking gifted, in my opinion, but overall, Joey's good at challenges, and he has the potential to be so much more. He's a fucking dumbass, but still manages to make things work. But he has the potential to make things work and also not be a dumbass. And people really like Joey, but he just doesn't have the crucial ability to be a leader.
Yep.
But he has so much that like he just has so much untapped potential.
And
I think oh, sorry, you can go.
Go for it.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the thing with Joey, I think he's actually a pretty good player, and I think I think it's cool that he has the ability to almost it's that kind of sounds gonna it's gonna sound kind of weird. He can almost take something seriously and not seriously at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Because especially in like the Liz Survivor we played together, literally literally was in the call all of the talk time, playing poker, screen sharing for the production, and then he managed to go to tribal and managed to almost flip enough people to turn it from like an 8-1, and then he made it like a 4-3 to 1-1 or something like that. And
Mhm.
I think that's really impressive how he can not do like anything, not talk to anybody, but still
Yeah.
have the like still be able to almost stay
Yeah, that's
after
what I
not talking to
mentioned.
anybody.
He's not a very smart person. He just manages to make it work.
Yep.
But I feel like, I mean, I love Joey, but part of I feel like what makes him good at that is he is very heartless. He is like, there's like a huge divide between heroes and villains in Survivor. Um, I mean, I've always just assumed I was a villain just because the way Survivor usually works is that physical players painted as that. Although I
Damn
don't
it!
think I
You
predicted.
guys just officially beat Happy and Pepit's time. Fuck.
We're just built different. Fuck you
Yeah, okay, so
guys.
okay, now we can end after this. But I feel like it's a pretty fine. Like usually, it's like I don't really give a shit about heroes and villains. Like I always said, I was. I guess I think I'm technically a villain, but I don't think I do anything particularly villainous. I'm just a physical player. Joey, I just feel like is
You smell bad.
one of the most fucking just complete utter. There's no shot Joey is ever a hero. If you have a heroes
Ah,
versus villain seasons and you cast Joey as a hero, what the fuck are you?
You know,
I think
just because of that, I'm gonna cast him as the versus.
You should cast him
I
as the versus.
I honestly I think it's pretty cool. I like Joey now, and it's funny how I used to not couldn't I couldn't stand Joey. Like he was genuinely
Mm-hmm.
like like top. I mean like least three people I liked. Like genuinely I could not stand him, which honestly I do have a reason as to why, and I still to this day think it's a reasonable reason. But now that I've talked to him more, I think he's a really cool guy,
Yeah.
and I definitely do agree he's actually a very good player.
Just never like trust him with your emotions because
Mhm.
he does not care.
You know, I just think there's so many people or I guess not so many, but I feel like there's a few people in the community that like really surprise me as like how good of players they are. And I don't know if Pepit knows this, and I'm willing to admit it if he watches it or whatever. But I also could not stand Pepit for like a long time. It was actually recently that I started liking him. Probably like around like 3-ish weeks ago. I could
Mhm.
like say to your face I could not stand him whatsoever. I thought he was annoying and stuff. But I was able to actually like connect with him in Survivors and talk to him outside of it. And with him also being like a cool guy, at least that's what I think now. And also being a good player is I think that's really cool. If you can be like a genuinely cool person while also being a good player, I think you really got it all. And I definitely think there's some people that really meet those requirements, and I think they should be proud about that.
Okay, we beat the time. Can I go to bed now?
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, that is going to be end of episode 3. These guys have decided to just ruin Happy and Pepit's record, so that means
Suck my dick.
no, you guys have just probably created another Happy and Pepit episode. So, we will
And
see.
it'll just be a back and forth until the end of time.
I will stay here and talk with Logic about my fucking escapades to South Australia for 24 fucking hours straight if I have to, just to beat their record.
I,
And
I think I just think it's so funny how I've been in community what like 2-ish years, and yet I could still talk about things out of the community much longer. Like if you ask me about Danganronpa, it's a little embarrassing, but I could go on about this Danganronpa role play that I played for straight up like 3 hours.
Okay, and if he does that, I will want to kill myself. So let's save that for the next episode.
yeah, we are going to end the episode here, and I will see you guys in the next episode.
Yep.
These guys won't.